viewers, welcome to another moment with Edenbrooks Homes. And I'm your host today. My name is Osato Igbenedion, and here with me is
Odufa Onualogo. Nice to have you on our show today.
So on this podcast, this is where we talk about everything concerning real estate that you need to know, things that have been troubling people.
From the trends of real estate, everything you need to know about real estate, this is your blog for it.
Today, we're going to talk about some certain trends, real estate topics that have been troubling the minds of both Nigerians in the diaspora and Nigerians here with us. So we're going to ask each other questions and try to give you some answers to these questions. So my question for you today, Odufua, is, let me look at my phone so that I will know that, I'm asking you the questions correctly. The truth about luxury apartments, are they usually worth the price? What do you think about it?
See, I think it's the term luxury is oftentimes misused. And sometimes people say luxury, but when you go into a luxury apartment, the only thing you get to see is just POP, light around the stairs. But that's not luxury. I think we need to understand the definition of luxury. Okay. And I feel if luxury, it's what you define as luxury is the generator in your house on more than your thoughts. That shouldn't be luxury. So people need to understand what luxury is and how to spot luxurious apartment.
Okay, so now can you give us an insight, like when somebody says, I want a luxury apartment, what should the person look out for?
So when we talk about luxury apartment, first of all, you talk about the value of the apartment, the location, the amenities in that apartment. Because you can't say something is luxury. For instance, let's use location like Lekki Phase 1. I'll be paying an apartment for 15 million naira a year.
Oh my God.
And everything I do in that apartment, when it rains, I can't go out. That shouldn't be luxury. So I feel we really need to understand the definition of luxury. It's not just location that makes it luxury. There are other amenities that have to go with it that should make that property called luxury. So for instance now, the gateway to your house or the road network to your house, how is it? When it rains, can you go out? Or do you swim?
I beg you, see that swimming thing?
Do you swim? How do you drive?
Address it, because when people feel that when you are in Lekki Phase 1 or when you're on the island, that means the ocean can come and meet you. Please, I'm begging you. That's not what is to cause flood. What causes flood is bad drainage system. Which one thing I love about
So are you telling me if I pay for a 50 million naira house, I will have to swim to my house? So
my sister, nothing is promised.
If I should pay for a 50 million naira apartment, I should not be swimming to my apartment.
My sister, you might not swim into your apartment, but the road before you get to the road of
I will have to swim some.
Might swim some because
that is not luxury. That is not luxury.
So now you cannot blame the developer that built a house in this axis. What we should do, I don't even say we should blame the government, because one thing I know about Lagos State government that I love so much, when there is a problem, they always sort it out.
So who should we be accountable for this problem? Then it should not be called luxury. I think the issue we're having is luxury apartment, and it's not luxury. There should be another term for that apartment.
And maybe we'll have to look for a word to use for it, because at this moment, I can't promise you that you will not near water, but what causes it is bad drainage system. So I feel the bodies, the environmental bodies, they need to be held accountable. So you don't just have a job and you're not doing your job. Like sanitation, when Lagos was, Lagos that year, you can't even throw something out of your window, as they're not going you well. They will arrest you. You understand? So I feel it's this dirty drainage system, that maybe the gutter is filled up with, trash and blockages. It doesn't allow the water swim through.
Osato, I get everything you're trying to explain, but I'm just trying to say that it should not be called luxury. Because if luxury, you still get to hear generator sounds, you still get to swim to your house, it's not secure, then that should not be luxury.
Well, my sister, that part you just talked about generator sound, God will help us in Nigeria.
Amen.
Let us say the truth, because our issue in Nigeria now is light problem. If government can just help Oga president is helpful.
You say your governor won't buy solar, so who will help you?
By the grace of God, inshallah, by the grace of God, if they can do this for us, and then we help the common man working in Nigeria. Our problem is electricity.
I think if we can get electricity
can
sorted out,
if we can
road
do that,
network good, then we
yes,
can actually use the term luxury.
yes.
Now.
But for now, we have to go and sit back and think the name we will put.
No longer luxury in Lekki.
Okay, I love that. I love that. I actually love that, chat.
Okay, over to your question now, right?
Okay.
We all see the challenges facing the economy,
Okay.
and every single person is affected, both the rich, the poor, the middle class. But why is there still increase of rent?
Okay. First of all, Lagos is like I call it commercial hub. Everybody wants to come to Lagos just the way everybody wants to travel overseas,
Okay.
right? Lagos is a land of opportunities.
So we could say it's a home of commerce.
Yes, so there is strong demand for housing. You understand? So if you say it's too expensive for you, my sister, please, you either go back to your village, you understand, or you try to manage. And we have different locations in Lagos. We have the Epe, we have the Mowe
Even
side,
lands in
and all
Ekpes,
of
they are no
that.
longer cheap. So are you trying to say that average man cannot own a property in Lagos?
An average man, if he plans well, and
And
he
what are
brings-
the methods for them to plan where to achieve and house? Because even lands in Ekpe are not cheap.
And that's why they say do side hustle.
What kind of side hustle can they do?
Side hustle, there are many things you can go into. You can, be an agent, for example. You can go into farming, for example. There's money in farming. Do you know there's money in farming?
Really?
There is
Tell
money
me more
in
about
farming.
it.
Thank you, because wherever you go, people must eat. Whether you like it or not, people must eat. So if you go into farming, there are some kind of jobs that people downplay, they look down on, whereas those jobs bring in blood money. If you go into farming, let's say you get yourself a piece of plot in Ekpe. There was a time Ekpe was cheap, right?
So
You
even
get-
okay, let's take this whole scenario now. There was a time Ekpe was cheap, but there was no money in circulation. People could not still afford it.
So some people had money, but they didn't know the right way to invest because they were afraid. It's not like people didn't. There was a time Ekpe was selling for 500, for 800, for 1 million, for 1.5. But people were scared. That is one. Two, there are some people that don't know priority. Some people feel that when you make money, the next thing is to either you go and buy a car.
So are
Shey
you trying
understand?
to tell us when it comes to property investment, we really need to set our priorities right?
Yes, we really need to.
Okay.
So that is one strong demand, investors' interest, like different people from outside the country are interested in coming to invest in Lagos. So this has made Lagos to look like to be expensive because it comes with high demand. Many people want to buy property in Lagos because when you have a property in Lagos or when you have an investment, it could be anything. It could be housing, it could be maybe you decide to come and do restaurant, maybe you decide to bring a company. It surely moves in Lagos because Lagos is like a place that is no man's land. You understand? Everybody is here to come and make the money. So because of that, that is one thing that made housing price increase. Another thing that contributed to it is the increase of dollar.
How does dollar affect us? Are we paying
my
in
sister,
dollar now?
my sister.
I heard of it saying that in Lekki there is a property you pay in dollar. How true is that?
It's very true. In Ikoyi nowadays, you see, instead of them, maybe they don't want to put 1 billion naira or 1.3 billion naira or trillion naira, so they will not hide it in dollars.
So how can we be in Nigeria earning in naira and still paying in dollar? For me, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, it actually doesn't make sense to me, but that is what is going on. It is what it is.
God will help us.
God will seriously help us. I'm telling you, God will seriously help us. Then the naira instability. Today naira goes up, tomorrow naira comes down.
Fluctuation of the
all
currency.
those things has made real estate, has made wanting to get a house, the inflation to be very high. Now let's go back to your own question.
Okay.
Abuja or Lagos real estate? Which is better? Which one is a better investment? Throw some light on that.
Okay, I think when you will ask this question to me, it's funny because all of them have their own uniqueness. Abuja is unique in its own way. Lagos is unique in its own way. It all depends on the individual. Oh, I'll use myself as an example. If I want to get property among the two, and they say which of them will I go for first? The first one that will come to my mind, Abuja. I like class Abuja is giving. I like the vibe of Abuja and everything.
Very
But am I ready for Wike
Traffic.
Wahala?
My sister, that let's not even go there because that's
You understand?
story.
Am I ready for weekend
That's another
wahala?
story. But, let us see how it
Then
goes.
if it's Lagos, just like Lagos, people have different definition of luxury, and your luxury does not suit well with my own definition of luxury. So it all depends on the individual and what they really want. So I would advise, look at for your priorities, what comes first for you. Then you pick your best among the two. But for pricing, one I think Lagos is sort of expensive than Abuja. I might be wrong though.
Yeah, my own take on it is Lagos has this high demand that makes any investor want to come here because if you do a business in Lagos, it will definitely thrive. I'm not saying it will not thrive in Abuja. No, I'm not saying that. But Lagos is a place where you can meet anybody. It's not like I've been to Abuja. Growing up, there was a time I was looking for a job. I was in Abuja. If you are not in the federal government level, my sister, before you get to your destination,
So only civil servants now dey there
before you get to the destination where God has kept
See how they
you.
run our Abuja. I need to call on Wike. See how I don't water our Abuja down.
When you get to your destination, it will take time. But in Lagos, you can meet anybody and become who you want to be at any time. So people have realized that about Lagos, and that is why everybody is rushing to Lagos. That okay, let me buy Lagos. But some people don't still like Lagos. Why? They complain about the
Congestion.
traffic. The traffic. But us in Lagos, we are used to it because Lagos, time na money.
Of the essence.
So if you are going to mainland now, you say, okay, if I leave my house by 10, I will be in mainland
by
11.
12. Oh, which 11? You don't mean traffic for third mainland bridge?
No.
Sato, you not talk true for this one. You
By
never.
10. No, you're not going to be traffic. I don't agree with you.
Okay, so you don't understand the Lagos
traffic.
map so
But
well.
I know if you are coming back from mainland, if you don't leave mainland by 2, Oyo is your case.
Okay, but you won't compare to Abuja. If Abuja said make I dey go work by 8, I come out from my house by 7:50. Before 8 o'clock, I don't reach office.
Well,
so you see
that's
now.
the good thing about Abuja. That's the good thing about Abuja.
So all of them
It's
get,
not that
all
much.
of them
But
get.
there are some areas in Abuja that has traffic, like what they call this place now.
Wagalada.
Yes, on your way to Gwagwalada, there's one place like that. They call it something camp. So that place there's usually traffic in that accident. There are some places in Abuja.
No, that place not be Abuja. You not go call them Abuja. That one they different. Just like you dey call Ekpere Lagos. That's still Lagos anyway.
That's still Lagos, but how to manage things.
This now bring me to the second question for you. New Lagos land in 2025. What's it all about? We've seen too many trends about the Lagos land law. What is it all about?
In a place where there is no rules, people run mad.
Okay.
So the government has decided to set up different agencies, different bodies that work on real estate activities.
Okay.
So that's why all these laws are coming up, because there's too much fraudulence when it comes to property.
Okay.
Both buying and selling.
So
right?
do you think these laws are helpful? And we still get scammed in Lagos. We
Eh,
still
but
hear
now-
people crying about millions lost in properties.
Yes, I agree with you, but now it has reduced compared to before. It has seriously reduced.
Can you
because
give us
now-
the statistics?
Yes, now you can actually go online.
Okay.
You can go online. They've made it digital. You can go online, go to their website, input
land number.
the land number, and you can get your verification. Or you can go manually, go to Alausa, go and check. So now there's nobody that wants to buy property that does not know their way, that okay, I must check if this thing has governance
Due diligence.
Due diligence, people already, as in it's top notch, people already know where to go.
Okay.
So I feel that the Lagos state government has really tried.
So
with this
kudos to the
aspect.
Lagos state
Yes,
government.
thank you, sir.
Kudos
Thank you very
to
much.
them.
Really appreciate it. You have made this our work easier.
Very
because
easy.
too much fraudulent people in town.
Reduced
It has
drastically.
reduced drastically. So we want to say thank you, to Lagos state government. So let's go back to you,
Okay.
to your question. How does one spot fake real estate developers in Nigeria?
This kind of answer to this kind of question is a genge answer.
My sister, you have to answer.
Because even the people doing fraudulent property activities, they have a verified check on their Instagram page.
See, the matter
So
is
it's
scary.
too long.
It's
So,
scary, I
so
don't
this
know.
kind of matter, you need to do your due diligence, just like
That is where due
myself and
diligence
Osato
comes.
was talking about. You have to do your due diligence.
Yeah.
So Lagos state government have made it very easy for you to check, verify properties first before buying. And don't be carried away with their Instagram posts.
No, don't.
Yes,
go,
don't be carried away.
The more you look,
The less you see. So
make sure
make sure
You do
you
your
have
due
like a
diligence.
proper lawyer
Yes.
that follows you for your property documentation and everything, and do due diligence. I think
Yes.
that's all you need to do. And pray to God, may they not still use juju. I mean, adjust still, you make
my
it
sister,
forget.
let us talk professionally.
Okay,
Professionally,
Okay.
do your due diligence.
Yes,
Get a
due
lawyer
diligence.
and do your
Proper
due
lawyer,
diligence.
not go get charged and bill lawyer.
Not get charged and
Proper
bill.
lawyer, not be TikTok lawyer, proper lawyer.
Oh my God.
All right, that brings me to the last question for you, Osato.
Talk
What
to
do you
me.
think is the secret behind the sudden rise of service apartments in Lagos? For instance, you will see a service apartment and the service charge is killing.
Okay, so first of all, let me break it down. First of all, we have convenience and services, we have flexibility, we have hotel-like amenities, we have space and privacy, we have cost effectiveness and modern design amenities. Now, what do I mean?
I'm glad you didn't mention a luxury.
No, I don't have problem with luxury, so wait, I don't want to
Why
go
did
there.
you
Why not
mention
talk
luxury?
Let us just say what it is.
Okay.
Okay, so people actually feel safer to use service apartment. Why? There are many people that come into the country, come in interstate to come and do business in a particular place, and they want to feel comfortable. They don't want to now get an apartment. If they stay in hotel, it will be more expensive because when you are in a hotel, you will have to buy food from the hotel.
Okay.
That is expensive. You will not have your privacy. What do
True.
I mean? Yes, you are inside a room, but before you get to your room, you will pass a corridor. Do you understand? And everybody with what they like, what they want to do, their privacy. Sometimes it might even be a celebrity coming to visit somebody and people start harassing the person. Oh, let me take picture with you and
For
all of
security
that.
reasons,
Yes, for
too.
security reasons, people want their privacy. So that's why service apartment has been able to cover that.
So are you thinking it's what's the price, it's what's the hype?
Well, I think it is. Why? Because the amenities, you even get better amenities in service apartment compared
in
to a
hotel.
hotel.
Okay.
Yes, you get, like, you have a snooker board inside. Some people have.
But don't you think
games.
there are some hotels that have luxury, or let me not use the term luxury now. Don't you think there are some hotels that have modernization of all of this service apartment property inside their own hotel?
No.
Suits.
No.
So
they
what's
don't
the
have
difference
it.
between an hotel suite and a service apartment?
Okay, the difference is there are some amenities you get to enjoy in service apartment that you don't get to enjoy in a hotel. Like what I just said now, this snooker board of
Okay.
a thing, for example. You might want to have friends over to, like, oh, let's come and have fun. It has been a crazy week. This weekend, let's come and have fun. Let's play snooker. In a hotel, you are into other people's space.
Okay.
You can't
Not
control
your
it.
personalized
But
space.
here, you are in your personalized space, so you can enjoy your moments, enjoy
friends and
yourself
family.
with your friends, in your own privacy. Do you understand? So that is why service apartments, the hype of service apartment, people want a place that, oh, I can come, I'm coming for a business, I can stay here for a period of time,
Okay.
and I will even say they are spending less, but if you calculate what you are spending in hotel and the comfort you get there, and you calculate what you are spending in a service apartment and the comfort you get there, they are two different
Okay.
things. You understand? So that's why the hype of service apartment, people rather, okay, I'm coming with my family, I'm coming with my children, before you start booking how many rooms, for goodness sake.
Okay,
But
so
if it's service
service-
apartment, there's a living room, even if it's 2 bedroom, some people can decide to sleep in the living room.
Okay.
They
So
can
it saves
decide to
cost
sleep
in that.
Yeah, so it
manner.
saves cost in
So
that
what
manner.
about those that want to go into the business of it? Like, I want to invest in an apartment, and after buying the apartment, I turn it to service. So is it a lucrative business for such investors?
My brother, my sister, the earlier, the better.
Small expo.
Small expo, because these things, if you don't quickly start, not let them go cast down before you say you want
Now
to
there
join.
the real money. Dey.
That's where the oil money is. But did you hear about dirty Lagos and dirty December?
Service apartment.
It was crazy.
Everywhere was booked.
Everywhere was
booked.
booked. So if this is something you are looking at to invest. Let's just buy an apartment and you to go. But what I will advise you is get a good manager. God bless you. Management or manager that will help you manage it so that you don't run at a loss. They don't spoil
They
your
run you
stuff. I think when you keep on following us on Moments with Edenbrooks, we will still give you some insights, some things you need to know when you want to go into this short-let business or service apartment. We'll give you some
What you
things
need to know.
because it's not every business you just jump in because it's
You need to
raining.
understand the
People are making
logic
money.
behind
You
it.
need to understand the logic. That's the word. Thank you so much, for watching us, for following us through these Moments with Edenbrooks. You will see more from us concerning things you need to know about real estate in general and real estate investment. So keep watching. We love you guys. Thank you.
Bye.